Hey everyone, it's been a minute. I am sorry that I have not posted in quite a bit. It's been 2 weeks since I have. We're back. The Hollow Knight stuff was getting a little bit much for what I was trying to do at the time. I was trying to get that Steel Soul run back, and I got close, and it didn't end up working out. So then I tried again and again. I probably put in a good 40-50 attempts into trying to get back to where we were, and for some reason I would die at the same point every time. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna do a little rain check on when we do that again. And for now, we're gonna do a Terraria playthrough, because why not? So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. So my goal for the series, okay, so real quick before we start actually, this is Summoner, as you all should know by the title, and just because that's, yeah, just by the title basically, which means that I need to run, which means that we're doing Summoner, and for this, I'm not going to be doing any side things with it, so I'm not going to be doing Summoner Range or Summoner Melee or any other subcategory on top of it. I'm just going to be doing Summoner, so that's all I'm going to be doing. Which also means that this is going to be a heavily focused run on DPS rather than damage, or rather than defense. To start, we are on expert mode, is what we're doing right now. Which is why we just died to a blue slime super easily. So yeah. First death of the series, let's go to a blue slime. We're actually just goated. So I think we're gonna start out, or we're gonna start out the same way we always do, which is just getting as many natural resources before it gets to, or getting as many above ground resources as we can before it gets to be daytime, or nighttime. Because then at night, we're going to be digging down and going to make, or get resources down there. Because as we all know, I'm a lot better down underground than I am in normal circumstances, so. How much health does this thing have? Oh my god. We're gonna be here in a minute. But I want to kill this because of its mandibles. Okay, that's a little bit better. Moving on. Well, that ended well. Yeah. We're actually gonna go left real quick just to see if there's anything that we can find. Sorry, give me 1 second. second. Alright, sorry, I'm back. Run! I'm hoping that we can find a finch staff pretty early. If not, then we're gonna have to go for the flinks one, or I'm not gonna go for vampire frog just yet, because that'd be a little tedious to get. Okay, yeah, I don't know if it's not gonna go well. Sorry, I'm watching Shipes's stream in the background. I was asking him some questions. So that if you hear anything, that's what that is. Run. So I'm honestly curious as to how this run's gonna go, or how this game's gonna go. That's what we like to see. Okay, that's fine. That's awesome, we found that. I cut on that lip 3 times trying to get up. That's kind of sad. I want to get into that, whatever it's called, pyramid, by nighttime, because then we can just go down from there. Didn't, I'm pretty sure mushrooms, didn't they used to give you 5 HP when you healed with them? Like, way back when? I feel like that was a thing at one point in time. Oh, this is gonna go great. Okay, we're good. Down we go. I'm gonna make a couple of torches. Just because we might need them. So, yeah. Sorry I'm not being super interesting. It's not great. Actually, I'll be right back. Hi, sorry, I'm back. I forgot about some stuff I had to go do, but I'm back. And we are getting all this money. Oh my god. I'm the happiest man alive. Okay, for those of you that don't know, it's melee speed, ew. This is my favorite accessory in the entirety of this game. The Samsung ornamental bottle is my favorite accessory in this game. It always has been, and always... Oh my god. I forgot that we were in a desert. I completely forgot somehow, even though we're literally in a desert. What? Why? Why? What? My money. Oui. Oui. I'm gonna go to my channel so I can actually watch the stream though. And we are on my channel. Hey, Shipsu. Not the zombos. We don't like those guys. I need building blocks. I need to bring him over here. Nah, you're Jimmy? Jimmy Neutron? Ah, get owned, zombies. Jimmy Neutron. Hey, yo, guys, we got Jimmy Neutron in the chat. Don't worry. He's good at what he does. He's the science guy. He's not Bill Nye, but he is the science guy. I'm back to 100 subs. Nice. I genuinely probably wouldn't have known until tomorrow. Doing striders. Depth striders are so terrifying. Doom crawlers, I mean, sorry. My goal is to find anything. Ooh, these are good. I'm gonna die to this dude. Come on, at least go off, Scarab Bomb. Yes! 4 people watching. What? Oh shit, you're right. Well, I'm coming back. Scarab Bombs are actually broken though. Genuinely. I don't need that. Anyway. Summoner playthrough. We're not doing no bullcrap. I already said this earlier, but we're not doing bullcrap with the Summoner Mage, Summoner Ranged. We're not doing no subcategories. This is just Summoner, like all of the other ones. It's gonna be a lot harder because of the fact that we're doing it that way, but that don't matter. Alright, see you, Shapes. It's gonna be a lot harder because doing Summoner is one of those where you're like, I don't know, bro, when it comes to that. However, I don't care. We're just gonna go straight on Summoner, and whatever happens, happens, you know? Scarab Bombs are broken, though. I know I said that just a second ago, but they really are. And the reason I say so is because I can do this. Not what I meant to do. Why didn't I drop any of my money? I can do this. Proceeds to bomb himself. Ah, yes. Me showing that things are broken. Nah, I'm gonna come down here actually instead of go back to there, because there's nothing really I can find. There is a lot I can actually find in the underground desert. Let me rephrase this. There's not a lot I can do in the underground desert without getting murdered. So I'm just gonna show you guys what I mean by scare bombs are broken. And then boom, that's why they're broken. They dig tunnels to literally anywhere and everywhere. It's awesome. They go in the direction of where you're facing, which is annoying sometimes. So if you get timing right on a lot, but that's alright. I'm gonna die to this zombie. Or not. Nope. I'm gonna just sit here for about 1,400 hours, and in about 900 million hours, he'll be dead. Because that's how math works. If you didn't know. 1,400 minus 900 million is negative something. And that's how long we have to wait. A negative amount of time. Which means that that zombie was dead in the past. And I'm alive right now, which is technically would be the future if that's how we're going. Let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking of doing a yo-yo series after this. For as far as Terraria goes. I'm thinking about doing a yo-yo series. I'm not very great at yo-yos. However, I think it would be pretty cool. Now, I know another question you guys are probably thinking is, what am I gonna do for Empress? And the answer to that is I'm going to do Empress. I don't know how long it's gonna take us to get. I think the end goal of this series is to get Terra Prisma, because I can go through. Like, I can do Moonlord with just the Stardust Cell Staff or Stardust Dragon Staff, either one, just fine. And I could do it even better if I did have Terra Prisma, but if I don't, then it'll be alright. But I still want to be able to have it, right? Because I've got a couple of characters that have Terra Prisma on them, but like I'm also sitting here like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to get. We should not do it, but I already said I'm gonna do it, so I can't like just back out like, ooh, life crystal. I can't just back out like that, you know? So that's the plan. The goal for this series is to get Terra Prisma, and then for the yo-yo series, if we do it, obviously the goal for that one is to get whatever it's called. To get the Terrarian. We have a... Was it Sapphires? Yeah, okay, I was about to say. I was about to say we have a Platinum World, and then I realized I literally found gold and have gold in my hotbar right now. Sorry, just sorting. Okay. Not the piranha. Oh, is this gold though? Oh, it's silver. Yeah. Anyone want to restart just because we got silver? Kidding. Silver's good. I just don't like gold that much. Platinum, I prefer heavily. Ah, so that's why there was a long tunnel that was just chilling there. I was like, what? Why? Oh, okay. I got a story to tell. So, I finally got something that I could talk about. Whoa. No. Ooh, it's raining. It sounds like it's raining. Anyway, so recently, me, my family, and my girlfriend went to a reptile expo this last weekend. Okay, it's down, yeah. Anyway, it's in a city by where I live. So, at that reptile expo, there was, well, tons of snakes and spiders and stuff like that. All that cool stuff. Geckos, lizards, salamanders, axolotls, that stuff like that. And one thing you gotta know about my girlfriend is she is terrified of reptiles. Anything with scales freaks her out, okay? So, we were there, and my parents suggested she come, and I didn't think that she'd be able to, but I still asked, and surprisingly, she was able to, because her parents normally say no whenever I want to hang out, so that sometimes I just don't ask, and then most of the time I still do, though. So, I asked, they say yes, and she goes, we pick her up in the morning, and we get down there, and first thing, my parents, we were with one of my parents' friends as well, okay? So, first thing that happens is, we split up, right, to look at stuff and all that. And so it was just me and my girlfriend, and, my parents and their friend, okay? And so, my parents' friend, the funny thing is that they wanted, like, first thing they said to me was, hey, can you help me look for a corn snake? And so she really, because she's been looking for a corn snake for a while now, right? And so we were at a reptile expo looking for snakes. That's a normal thing, right? And my girlfriend, she gives like the biggest like sigh type of a expression, you know? Because it's like, because the second after I looked over at her, I'm like, well, that means we have to go look at snakes now. And she's like, oh, why? So, that was basically what was on the agenda, right? We gotta go look at snakes to try to find a specific type of snake, which means we have to go look at a ton of snakes in order to find that type of snake. Luckily, whenever we actually went to go look for that snake, after about half an hour of walking around, we found it first try, so we didn't actually have to look at stuff. But, we're at a reptile expo, right? She's afraid of reptiles, and we find ourselves looking, there's a little area in the middle that's dedicated to like plants and all this, yeah, just a bunch of plants and stuff, and like, I almost said topiaries, that's not the right word, I'm trying to think, terrariums, that's what they are. And so we find ourselves in that area, and we're looking at those, and it's like, ooh, pretty. And then it took us, like, the rest of the expo, basically, or the day that we were there at the expo, to find another area that had more plants. And it was huge, too. It was bigger than any of the other areas, too. And it was dedicated to plants, okay? And I found it funny, because it took us that long to realize when it wasn't that far from where we had already been. I'm terrified right now, sorry. So we were trying to find everything, and we find this one area, and one thing you gotta know about me is not a lot of people know, but I love, I love like, I love succulents. Right? I never actually had a plant of my own to take care of and everything, but I love succulents. They're my favorite type of plant, and they're awesome, and yeah, they're amazing. And so, we go to that area, and there was a little area that had a little, like, clearance stuff, right? And in that little area with the clearance, there was a bunch of tiny little baby cacti and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best moment of my life. It's a bunch of cacti, right? And so I continue looking, and I find a little baby aloe vera, and I'm like, oh my god, it's beautiful. So I'm like, I want to buy this aloe vera, and I'm like, my parents are going to be so confused when I come back to our group with them. and they see I'm carrying plants. Like, they don't know I like plants, because I've never had one or shared any interest in plants. I've just kind of looked at it and went, ooh, pretty plant. Like flowers and stuff like that, you know. And so I hesitated, and then I didn't buy it. She wanted this really pretty flower plant, which she got, right? And so I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna get my aloe vera. And on the other end, while I wasn't paying attention, there's this other area that is dedicated to more succulents. And I was in awe. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many more succulents over here. Because there was a lot, right? And so I'm like, oh, well, okay. Let's go to the succulents. Oh, I'm gonna die. Sorry, I'm trying not to die. Give me a second. If I can get to an area where I'm not going down. Holy crap. I'm gonna die. Bruh. Okay, anyway. So, I find this entire area dedicated to succulents and stuff, and there's a certain type of plant that I'd been looking for that was succulents. They're considered rarer because you don't find them very often because they're native to certain areas in the world, right? And they're called Buddhist temples. Those of you that know what they are, good for you. Those of you that don't, you gotta look at them. They're really cool. And I found a rare breed of them too, the Crassios Buddhist temples. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get these plants because they're cool and pretty and whoa, ah. And I'm sitting there debating for like, and we were in this place for a solid half hour, I don't know. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this plant. And my parents are not gonna judge me because it's just a plant. And so I get over, I buy the plant. This dude, because they were all on sale except for the flower that my girlfriend got. And so I was asking a question about which plants were on sale and everything, and I don't know if the guy didn't understand me or if he just didn't care because I was being nice and kind, whatever, being a nice person and everything, the way that I talk at least. I was like, hey, are these plants on sale too for the, because there was, it was a 2 for $5 on some of the littler plants, right? And so I'm like, hey, are these plants on sale too? And this guy goes, actually that one's, it was my, Buddhist temple that was more expensive, right? This guy's like, actually that one's not on sale, however, I can give it to you for, the $2.50 that it would be, because 2 for $5. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I wasn't even asking a question, like that question or anything. I was just asking if it was on sale. And this guy's like, oh, you should give you it for 2 for $5. So then he ends up giving me this plant that was supposed to be, I think, like 15 bucks for a little baby Buddhist temple for $2.50. I'm like, oh crap. And his reason behind giving it to me for that much, was he said he could give it, he was going to probably end up putting it on sale because it was getting too big. I would feel like that would be a reason to mark up the price, but you know, that's just me. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like that would be a reason to mark up a price, not mark down a price. Oh, I love having 2 double jumps right now. Anyway, so yeah, that's my story about a reptile expo this last weekend. It was pretty funny how I got, and it wasn't even on the 2 for $5 deal. He just gave me it for $2.50. I was very confused. But yeah, she forgot her plant at my house, and then I watered it and everything, and then I brought it to her the next day. It was pretty fun though. We saw there was someone that almost got their hand bit off by an alligator. It was funny. Well, it wasn't funny. Sorry, that's insensitive. It was intriguing, I guess to call it short for words. Well, we got through the Crimson biome pretty easily. I mean, it's pretty easy when you can jump over literally everything. Ooh, ice biome. You're getting a lot of cliffside entries. Like these tunnel entries to places, there's a ton of them. Packed ice. We'll see what's at the bottom of it in a little bit here. Why is there a bunch of sand? Oh, I need this. I'm gonna get some bombs to do it though. Anyway, I'm running out of things to talk about. Oh no, I've only talked about one thing, huh? So that's kind of a problem, isn't it? No. On my Hollow Knight stuff, because I know you guys are probably wondering. I started to redo the Steel Soul runs, right, for 112. And in doing so, I made it if you follow the 112 APB completion route, I got past Ascending Dark. I believe I was doing I was in the room before Lost Kin. Or, sorry, Broken Vessel, yeah. I died in the room before Broken Vessel, because I was trying to do a skip where you dash under one of the spitter dudes. I can't remember what their names are. And so I was trying to do that skip, where you dash underneath them, and then you pogo the spikes, and which I did, but then I got hit by one of the Crowlid type dudes, whatever they're called. The ones that are from the Ancient Basin. I got hit by one of those types of Crowlids, and it ended up getting me killed. I got hit by one of those, and then I got stalled and got hit by one of the other guys, or by the like acid whatever stuff that the spitter guys shoot out, and so I died. And then I fell on some spikes, and I came in there with 4 HP, so or 3 HP, and I ended up dying. So yep. And I tried to say I clicked the pause button to save and exit right as I died, like instant I died too. I mouth dropped. I spent like an hour and a half on that, and I was like, oh my god. I spent like 2.5 hours on that. It was bad. And prior to that, I had been doing runs for a solid week, and without any luck getting past Soul Sanctum and stuff like that. I do not know why jellyfish do that much damage. I don't think that's okay. That jellyfish can do that much damage. Getting blizzards up here. Well, that's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Well, that is not the button I meant to press. I meant to press the bottom. And we can get rid of these. Or actually, we'll leave that unopened and then put those in there. Yeah. Alright, anyway, we're gonna leave it here for today, just because we've been streaming for about 45 minutes-ish. I don't actually know how long. About 38, whatever. About 40 minutes, yeah. So, um, let me know if you guys have any suggestions on video ideas for me to try while I'm doing this series, as a background series to do. I will be trying to upload more to the Last of Us series as well. It got a little boring for a second just because I've played through that part of the game who knows how many times. So, when I get the chance to do that, I will do that. And without further ado, as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.